A saga involving fierce rivalry behind the scenes and a multi-million-pound offer has just entered a new chapter. Tottenham have not backed down and have come back stronger in their pursuit of Mohammed Kudus, a name that splits opinion but could change the course of the season. A new update has just emerged, with a third bid already placed on the table. Watch this video for all the details. If you're a true Spurs fan and want to stay up to date with every move the club makes in the transfer market, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss any of the exclusive updates we post here. Tottenham Hotspur remain firmly in the hunt to sign Mohammed Kudus, the West Ham attacking midfielder, and have now submitted a third official bid to their London rivals. This latest update, which surfaced on Sunday, confirms that the Ghanaian star remains at the centre of Spurs' attention, with the club doing everything they can to get the deal over the line. According to Matt Law of The Telegraph, Tottenham are determined to make Kudus their first signing from West Ham since Scott Parker made the move from East to North London back in 2011. Since then, both clubs have unofficially avoided doing business with each other, a detail that makes this potential transfer even more tense behind the scenes. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Spurs are in talks with Kudus and that the player is open to a move to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. He described the negotiations as positive, noting that the deal includes discussions over the transfer fee and the player's wage demands. However, Romano also warned that two other clubs, still unidentified, are in the race, increasing the pressure on Spurs to act fast.
And then, guys, I wanted to clarify another story in the recent hours. We had many questions about that, and this about Mohammed Kudus. On Kudus, guys, I keep receiving many questions on several clubs, on several opportunities. Guys, what I'm told about Kudus is that Tottenham made the first proposal to West Ham. It was rejected because West Ham didn't want to accept that value for the player, something around 50 million for Mohammed Kudus. But first point, Tottenham are expected to bid again for Mohammed Kudus. So in the next days, Tottenham want to attack again. Second point, Thomas Frank has approved internally Mohammed Kudus as a top target for Tottenham this summer, as a crucial target for Tottenham this summer. So they are prepared to advance and push for Mohammed Kudus. And then, the player side. Probably the best news for Spurs fans is that my understanding is that Mohammed Kudus wants to go to Tottenham. Kudus gives total priority to Tottenham. Kudus is not negotiating with other clubs because he's giving priority and his intention is to go to Tottenham. So when you see the player with his intention, it's probably the best news possible for the club to try to get the deal done between clubs, in this case with West Ham. But for sure, Mohammed Kudus is taking a position. He wants to go to Tottenham. He has an agreement with Tottenham. Personal terms are not an issue. And so Kudus is pushing to make his move to Spurs, to go with Thomas Frank and to have the opportunity to play with Tottenham. So let's follow the next steps of the story. But for sure, Tottenham are working on this Kudus deal. I expect them to bid again. And it's going to be a busy week for sure with Victor Gyökeres and Arsenal, with the Noni Madueke deal. Let's see what happens with Waneri, and also the story of Mohammed Kudus and Tottenham, a really concrete story to follow in the next days for a transfer window that is entering important stages in London, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. Big moves are happening.
Tottenham have already seen two bids rejected by West Ham. The first worth £50 million, and the second with an additional £5 million in add-ons. Now, a third offer worth over £60 million has been tabled, but once again, without success. According to Graham Bailey of TBR Football, the issue isn't the total fee, but the structure of the add-ons, which West Ham consider unrealistic. Reports claim that Spurs' latest offer included £50 million up front and £12.5 million in add-ons, based on achievements such as winning the Premier League or qualifying for the Champions League. Targets that West Ham reportedly see as unrealistic under Tottenham's current circumstances. This skepticism led the Hammers to dismiss the proposal. Still, there may be a way forward. Bailey suggests that if Spurs are willing to drop the add-ons and offer a straightforward cash deal, West Ham could be open to accepting a fee below the £60 million mark, which would bring the deal into a more realistic territory. Internally, West Ham are aware they need to raise funds to comply with the Profit and Sustainability Rules, PSR, which is forcing them to consider strategic sales. This creates a potential exception to their no business with Spurs policy, though they would naturally still prefer to sell Kudus elsewhere. Kudus, 24, has a release clause of £85 million, but sources suggest West Ham are willing to sell him to Spurs for £60 million, a figure that's already sparking debate among fans. Last season, the Ghanaian delivered a rather modest return of 5 goals and 3 assists in 32 appearances, raising questions about whether the investment would be worthwhile. Even so, some fans believe Kudus could provide a serious boost to the squad's technical level, especially within the attacking style expected under Thomas Frank, should he be confirmed as the next manager. Others, however, question whether such a fee is justified for a player who still needs to prove himself consistently in the Premier League. With competition increasing and time ticking, Tottenham must now decide whether to make a more concrete offer, or risk losing Kudus to another club. And now we want to hear from you, Spurs fans. Is £60 million a fair price for Mohammed Kudus? Or should the club explore other targets in the market? Do you believe Daniel Levy can get this deal over the line? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to keep receiving exclusive updates on this and other potential Tottenham signings throughout the transfer window. Stay tuned. Come on, you Spurs.